Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us for the Morning Brunch. I'm Sheridan Hertig.
And I'm Renee Skinner.
I'm Nathan Kitchens.
And here's what's on the menu for today's brunch. First, we're starting off with some local stories that are on our plates this morning.
Then we'll take a bite out of something new for Try It Tuesday.
And we'll close things out with a look at the forecast in our last bite.
Well, we're actually going to start with Try It Tuesday, so we're going to flip those around a little bit. First, we'll do what's in our cup, and then we'll go to what's on our plate.
I was hoping I'd have bacon on my plate, but
Oh,
maybe later
craving
on.
some bacon right now.
maybe later.
All right,
This is far from that, buddy.
Well, that's okay.
No piggy involved at all.
dang it.
And I'm going to try it with you guys.
I see there's
because,
silverware involved here, so.
And you guys may want a close-up of this. I didn't bring the thingy out because you really need to keep it refrigerated.
Oh, goodness, I'm good.
I got some on my
I
nose.
got some on my hand. I'm going to put it on my soup.
Do you want a close-up? Here it is.
It's gooey. Is it ice cream?
Oh, I know what it is.
It's cold.
Well, let's see if Nathan's got it.
He's not going to
Try
get it.
Nathan.
He's not going to get it.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not bad.
This was my favorite thing growing up.
Really?
This is a very Latin
Let me try
snack.
it. Let me
Is it like rice in there? And,
Yes, rice
and ice cream?
pudding.
Oh, rice pudding. Okay.
I love rice pudding. Look at my hair. Oh, Lordy.
You can lick it off your fingers.
I love rice pudding.
I don't love
do?
the consistent.
Yeah,
the
it's like my
taste. The
dessert.
taste is fine. The consistency is weird.
Yeah,
You know, with the rice. Never had rice pudding before, so.
I knew you wouldn't have had it. I just had a feeling, but yeah, this is interesting. It's not sweet enough for me.
There's a brand that I'm forgetting the name of the brand, but it's a Latino brand. And there's always cinnamon in it.
Ooh, that might be
That's-
better.
Yeah, that's really
But
good.
this is just making me bland. Me bland. It just tastes bland. Then I feel bland. Then I think bland.
This is just like childhood for me.
Oh, good. I'm glad it's making you nostalgic. That's good.
Yeah.
Nathan, what do you think? What would you rate it?
You know what? The taste is pretty good overall. I hate the consistency. Like, it's just, and it's, I'm going to give it a 4. I'm sorry. I can't go any higher.
It's okay. We know Nathan doesn't like anything that only has
Hot
salt.
Cheetos, yeah.
I'm gonna go 9 for nostalgia.
Really?
Wow.
Thank you. Well, I would go with a 4. Yeah. I was gonna do this other brand, but they just did it. They ran out, so I had to get this brand. So if you want rice pudding, go to Kroger, and you can get an old-fashioned recipe of it.
They have the good brand at Aldi.
Oh, okay. Aldi. Try
cinnamon.
Aldi then.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish that later. But we'll go ahead and jump into instead of what's in our cups, what's on our plates. All right, this one, I felt weird hearing about this story today, so this is definitely why I brought this one up. There's a new wristband called B, and it looks like a Fitbit, but it's listening around the clock using AI to extract key moments and insights from your day. While it looks like a regular Fitbit, it's actually capturing the audio of your life, then using AI to analyze it all. The device's startup was just acquired by Amazon, actually. B can be worn as a bracelet or clipped to clothes. Microphones listen for your voice to capture conversations and interactions. Think of it as a silent witness to your life, taking notes, surfacing insights, and generating to-dos. Its home screen has daily memories and recent conversations. There's a personal growth section on the app and another that tries to paint a picture of who you are, and you can also chat with your memories. Now, it is $50. The battery lasts up to 14 days. Now, there are a few reasons why I think that this is really cool, but at the same time, and I'll get to that in a second, but at the same time, I think it's really disturbing because can you imagine going into a meeting and somebody is in that meeting and they have this device on them, and it's not necessarily to listen to everything you're saying, but just so they can go over their day. But all your words can be used against you. In any conversation, you have to listen, think about what you're saying, which in theory is a good thing. I mean, it's important that we are constantly thinking about what we're saying before we actually say it. Obviously, we know words hold meaning. But at the same time, like if I'm talking to somebody in confidence, now I know you can use those words against me.
Yeah.
And that's really terrifying. And to not know that a lot of people may be using this device because it's not like there's a law requiring you to tell others if you have this device or not. Now, I will say there are times where I'm very forgetful, and so if I was to say, hey, I need to pick this up at the grocery store, knowing the AI would pick it up for me, that'd be great. And there are a lot of conversations where I do want to remember what I'm talking about, or I also think if I want to write a memoir one day, at least I'll have all my notes taken for me, and I
There
can
we
look
go.
back at my life in this little app. That'd be great. But in theory, how often are people writing memoirs? Yeah, so I don't know. There's a small amount of pros, but I feel like the cons highly outweigh the pros.
I think
$50
you're
is
right.
cheap too, which is kind of scary that
That's what I
anybody
was thinking
can
too.
get
I was
it.
surprised
Yeah.
the price.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about something tracking me. It just feels like an invasion of privacy, that it's keeping note and keeping track of my daily habits and routines, which doesn't change a lot usually. I'm a very routine kind of person. But I don't know what else to add to this other than I wouldn't feel uncomfortable. Although granted, I know our phones seem to, at least to a point, to keep track of our thoughts, because every time I think of something, an ad pops up on
Comes
my
up.
phone, and it's
Yeah.
like, how in the world? So it is pretty scary that technology, I feel like, is tracking more than we probably realize, but I don't know about this device.
It's just creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I would not want a device to capture every moment, because
No.
some of those moments are quite embarrassing. And some of them are just like, man, when I'm in the car, just call me Sailor Renee. 'Cause the words just fly. Like, it's so automatic. And I have to think, like, Lord, forgive me for my potty mouth, but just driving is just so stressful and frustrating, and I definitely let those words fly. So I
do
would
too
not want a
sometimes.
device to capture that moment of me not being very ladylike, and so any time where someone is tracking my data, I'm so uncomfortable with that, or tracking me, uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think we all know that generally our phones are tracking us. They already have so much information on us because of everything we put into our phones. But I feel like there's a little bit of, what's the word? Ignorance. Ignorance is very much bliss when I think it comes to our phones. Like, we know a lot of things, but also at the same time, I don't really know what information Apple maybe has on me, and I don't really want to know. But this device knowingly is taking everything you're saying from the day, everything everybody else is saying around you, and less uncomfortable for the person who owns it, other than more uncomfortable for the people who are around you. I think it's not right. It just seems wrong. I don't know,
I
to have
agree.
something like that. So, yeah.
Well, here's what's on my plate. Sports psychology experts say strategies pros use to deal with pressure of their jobs can help people who play recreationally. As the Seattle Seahawks revel in their recent Super Bowl win and competitors from around the world keep battling for gold at this year's Winter Olympics, sports psychology experts are raising awareness about the pressures many professional athletes face on a daily basis. Each game they have to fight to avoid cracking under pressure and suffer potential setbacks to their performance. Mental health experts say it's critical to build self-confidence. According to Dr. Ryan Pittsinger, he's a sports psychologist at Texas A&M, it's important for athletes to ask themselves, quote, how can I focus on going out and performing my very best right now? Not better than anyone else, not best in the world. If I go out and do what I need to do right here, right now, that's all that I can control, and that's more than enough. And I think this is
that's good.
true just in your everyday life and in your professional career, that the more you prepare, the more confident you are, and the better you perform. And you really have to admire athletes for just their tough mental state that they have to be in when they're playing. I mean, that's their career. They're supposed to be fit. They're supposed to be, disciplined and all sorts of stuff. So I just admire athletes, and just how, like, football players, I'm sure they get raked over the coals if they have one bad game. Fans can be aggressive, very opinionated, and so the pressure would just mount if I were in that position. But I think it's true. You have to just prepare for the right now. And I try to think that way whenever we're facing our jobs, like, how can I be better right now? And so I think what they use to help athletes prepare for big games is something we could use in our everyday life.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
agree more. I think practice is obviously a huge help in the future.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that quote, it has me thinking about when I was competing in pageants, because people would say, oh, good luck beating this person, or that person's going to be really difficult to beat.
Yeah.
And I would think in my head, it doesn't really matter what anybody else is doing. As long as I'm happy with my performance, I really think that's all that matters. Because ultimately, when it comes to pageants or sports are a little bit different, but it depends, like in the Olympics, I guess it would kind of in a way be the same. Everything is very dependent on another person's opinion. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to be happy with yourself. So stop thinking about what everyone else has to say and just do your best, and that's what's going to matter. Yeah, you have to live with yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, being an athlete teaches you a lot of important life lessons about patience. I feel like I don't have the patience. If I'm not good at something, then I just give up. But, you know, you just have to keep going and going, and it teaches you responsibility. It teaches you, you know, to be determined. So, you know, it is important to be involved in athletes, I think. So I don't want to have anything else to add to it. They always zoom in on me, and I'm like done talking, but.
We don't have time for your story.
No, we do.
We'll
just cut time
do it
from the next block.
We're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, we're doing it now? Okay,
Yeah,
I
we'll
thought we
cut
were going
time
to a
from the next
break.
block.
Okay, good. All right, well, Peoria nonprofit is spreading comfort to young patients at OSF Children's Hospital of Illinois. Cuddles with Kindness is focused on helping children cope with traumatic situations through comfort and play. Its founder, Taylor Cole, personally visited patient rooms, handing out stuffed animals, and sharing a mission that's deeply personal. When she was just a child, she says she stayed at OSF Children's Hospital and was given a teddy bear, and that teddy bear has inspired her to start Cuddles with Kindness. This year marks the 17th time Cole has delivered stuffed animals to the hospital, and she says more than 45,000 stuffed animals have been donated over the years, with more than 2,000 brought in during this visit alone. This story stuck out to me because, one, I think the amount of stuffed animals that have been donated is incredible, and it just goes to show the love that this community has for this. And, you know, February is their biggest drive of the whole year for this. So I think it's amazing that they are able to do this. And it's something as little as just a little token of joy to bring to these children. I know when I was a kid, well, I wasn't a kid. I was actually a baby in the NICU. I got a stuffed bear when I was in the NICU, and I still have it to this day. So it's just one of those things like you remember like the time and the place, and it's something that you always just kind of cherish throughout your life, because it is hard to see kids, you know, going through such horrible situations with their health. I know I had to watch kind of my sister go through that for years, where she would be in hospital, where there weren't answers all the time on what the next step was. Are they going to be able to live a normal life? Are they going to be able to go to school like normal kids and have friends? It's really hard for kids to kind of wrestle with that when they're sometimes feel so isolated in a hospital, but they get something like a teddy bear that just shows that, you know, that somebody else cares about them, and hopefully it brings them joy. So I know my little teddy bear still brings me joy, because it reminds me that there's a lot of good people, a lot of love out there. So
Yeah. I was going to say that I feel like every single child has at least one thing that really speaks to them, whether that be a stuffed animal or a blanket or a toy or something. And then as they get older, it just reminds them of good memories when it comes to childhood. So I can only imagine the happiness it may bring in getting through a difficult time for a child who's really, really struggling, especially when they get through it and they're older and they see that essentially like a symbol of what helped them persevere. So good on Taylor for the work that she's doing. It's fantastic. And seeing the community come together for something like that is great.
Yeah. Couldn't say more. Couldn't have said more.
All right, well, we have our mega question, but we'll push that over to our next break. Do not go anywhere. You want to make sure you hear what we have to say.
All right, welcome back. How often do you clean out your computer? Either physically cleaning or cleaning up files? It's a good question.
yeah, as far as like physically cleaning, I use like compressed air on the keyboard. That works pretty well.
Yeah.
I do try to wipe my computer down. One thing that bugs me, like I've always been very picky, like with my laptop, for example. I don't like when there's lots of smudge marks and stuff, or like all these food stains on the keyboard. I will see other people, like I remember a certain teacher in high school that her laptop was always just completely covered in food residue and makeup and handprints, and the whole screen was so filmed over. Like she showed a class something, and you couldn't even see it because her screen was so dirty. And sometimes I would wipe it down when she wasn't looking, because it drove. I'm a clean freak, and it drove me so crazy. But that's one thing. Screens always have to be perfectly clean with Windex. You know, I'm not spraying it over it, but just get a little rag and just wipe it down real good. But as far as like cleaning the files, I'm bad at that. I got so much junk on my computers. The good news is, the computer I had a real bunch of stuff on, it died on me like several months ago. So I have a new computer now, so I'm kind of starting over. So I'm still in a pretty good place, but I know eventually it's going to get to the point where it's overwhelming. But I'll save like all these videos that are from like years ago when I was in beginning my broadcasting career. I don't know why. I think I need to save them just in case. All these pictures, all these computer model snowfall maps that I will have saved on there from years and years, like go back to 2015. Of course, I put a lot of them on flash drives, and then I'd get them on my new computer there and just transfer them over. But as far as like, I'm gonna keep going, but
Yeah, you are.
I'm sorry. I just go on and ramble, and it's so awkward. But my tabs are terrible. Like when I open the internet on my computer, I will open like 25, 30 tabs because I got like so many different sources I'm getting my information. So I have to keep them all open as I'm putting everything together. So
Yeah, that stresses me out. As for physically cleaning my computer, the one at work, it's clean. I don't eat at my desk. Well, actually, that's a lie. I do eat at my desk, but I move my keyboard away so I don't get any crumbs or anything. I don't make messes. So like I don't get food on myself. I rarely get food like on the table. So I don't have any crumbs in my keyboard, thank God. And when I do, I freak out. I have to shake it out and get the compressed air. So that's how often I clean it, rarely, because I don't get anything in my computer. As for dusting, I'm really, really bad about that. I hate dust, so that means I don't touch the dust, so it piles up, and that's a whole thing in itself. As for cleaning files, though, I never, ever clean the files. I have stuff from all throughout high school and college, and sometimes I like looking back on it. So yeah, that's why I keep it all. I think it's interesting sometimes to look back at that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
For me, I'll clean my laptop at home, but here, this is weird, but I don't bother with my keyboard because I just feel like, well, this will deter people from using my desk. If they see, oh, she's got dust everywhere, she's got coffee stains, ugh. Well, stay off my desk so I don't have missing pins and pencils. What else? I don't clean out my email. I have, on my work email, I've got like 30,000.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I got
right now.
approximately that much. Yeah.
So, and none of them are read. Well, the ones from our bosses are read.
Right.
None of them are really read.
I'll just type in their name so that way I know for sure I didn't miss
Right,
it,
yeah,
because there's
that's
so
what I
many
do.
emails you
Yeah.
can't keep track.
So I don't know. If you want to be organized, do it. If you don't, then live and let live.
It's not a crime.
I was gonna say, as long as you could deal with your own situation.
Yeah.
Nobody else sometimes can make sense of it, but if you can make sense of it, that's all that matters. So.
I agree.
Exactly.
All right. Well, today is National Umbrella Day. Do you use umbrellas or do you just wear a raincoat?
I'm a raincoat guy. Never use an umbrella.
Ever?
I mean,
What if your raincoat gets soaked
I had a
through?
really cool little like frog umbrella when I was a kid, and I thought it was really cool.
We know the
But
one.
goodness.
I don't know where it went to. I probably lost it somewhere, but I never use an umbrella, just a raincoat. I am good about raincoats, except every now and then I'll forget it, and it's always on like the day where it's a deluge outside in the summertime, and I have to walk outside to go to my car, and it'll be like a downpour. That'll be the day that I forget it. So.
Yeah, I'm more of a raincoat kind of person too. I have 2 umbrellas in my car, and I genuinely just forget to use them, or I forget where they are, despite there only being 2 places in my car to put them. So usually there's an umbrella that gets placed out at our like front atrium area at work, and so I'll use that and I'll walk out to my car and then I'll run back in and drop it off when I park close to the front door. But yeah.
For me, I don't use either because I am the storm, baby.
You are.
Oh my God.
I don't, because my hair loves water, okay? So if a quick dash to my car, that's nothing, okay? So I don't use either. Hopefully, if it's raining hard, I'll have something with a hood.
Just hope for the best.
You know,
yeah.
but other than that, I'll just make a quick dash. It's not a big deal.
I was gonna say if it's a cold rain, I will make sure I'm wearing a jacket. But if it's a warm rain, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a jacket with me, then I won't take an umbrella either. The only
yeah.
thing that's unfortunate is when we're coming back from our break and it's
Yeah.
right before a show. So I'll come in like drenched
Yeah.
and I'm just hi.
You match the forecast.
Yeah, and umbrellas are hard sometimes because we live in a very windy area, so it's really hard sometimes to hold an umbrella. Because a lot of times when it is raining, it's
You blow away?
It's associated with a lot of wind because usually it's associated with some kind of storm system, especially in the spring. So umbrellas are just a pain sometimes because you can't hold it. It's going to fall inside out, or you're going to lose it. It's going to go flying in the wind. So that's why I don't really prefer umbrellas. They don't usually work out too well. But
That's fair. Yeah, it happens. All right. Well, speaking of days that we don't forget, what do you do when someone you love has a birthday close to or on a holiday? What if it's your significant other and their birthday's close to Valentine's Day? Well, this question was posed by one person online. His girlfriend's birthday is a few days after Valentine's Day. He wondered, do I go big or both days? Oh, for both days or just for one? And if just one, which is more important, birthday or Valentine's Day? Always birthday.
Yeah, birthday.
You got to get for both, though. You don't have to get something extravagant for Valentine's Day. Just get, like, get flowers. Everybody loves flowers.
My brother's birthday is the 23rd. I feel bad for him because I double up. That's your birthday and your Christmas gift. There you go. So
Make
it
it
does
easy.
suck if your birthday lands on around a holiday, but yeah, just give them little tokens for both, and it'll even itself out.
Yeah.
No.
yeah,
All right.
I'm right there with you.
Well, we have our last bite, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back as we come to a close. Here's your last bites. Of course, we'll start with the joke of the day.
Okay.
What do you call someone who tells dad jokes but does not have any kids?
Wait. Who does not? Tells dad jokes.
Ooh.
A bad joke? I don't know.
A faux pas.
A faux pas.
Get it?
I get it. Haha.
Excuse my faux pas.
Not bad, not
Yeah.
bad.
Better is the weather, though.
Yeah, it feels like spring today. It's sad that 49 degrees feels like a spring day, but it really feels so nice with the sunshine. Right now we got 49 degrees. We'll see a high today of 51, which is certainly warmer than where we should be this time of year. And our extended forecast, not looking too bad. We've got some 40s for the rest of the week, and then we're back in the 50s again by the weekend, and we might get close to 60 at some point next week. So we're getting a little taste of spring now in the weather, it looks like. So I don't think anybody would complain about that. We earned it after those brutally cold days that we had to go through back the last several weeks. So.
Good deal.
Do you think we'll stay there? We're going to stay in these
Oh, I tell you what, I was looking at some stuff this morning, and I think the answer is definitely no. Unfortunately, March is going to get here, and it's going to get really cold again. We're going to have like several chances of snow.
Oh, good.
And it could get
I'd
like
love to hear that.
back in the 20s for highs. So
Oh.
don't get used to it. It's a tease. Mother Nature likes to do that to
That's
us.
great. All right.
Welcome to Illinois.
Yes.
All right. Well, Nathan, thank you for that. That's all the time we have today.
Have a great day.
For breaking news and weather updates 24/7, log on to CIProud.com and download the free CI Proud to Go mobile app.